What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. On today's episode, we'll be looking at the top 5 common mistakes that most men make when wearing a suit. These mistakes are often made because most guys don't wear suits that often, 1 to 2 times a year at most. So the exposure simply is not there for most men to justify doing the research and investing the time and energy into figuring out this suit. But on the contrary, I believe that's exactly why you should do and put in the time and effort necessary to learn all about the suit. That way, on the few occasions that you do, you absolutely smash the occasion. That way, you're going to look and feel great in a suit, and ultimately, this may even encourage you to invest more time into dressing up and presenting yourself in a better manner. What's up, design family, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one. Number 1 on our list, and this one may come as a surprise to most of you, is people who wear belts with suits. Believe it or not, a belt was never made for a suit. A belt in general is this accessory that we add to our waist to help keep our pants up. However, a suit should be expertly fitted, and most suits, especially the ones that are bespoke or tailor-made, will not need to have the addition of a belt. Belt loops were added after the fact, once we started to mass manufacture suits, and most people started to look at suits as an off-the-rack product, which wasn't always the case. Before, suits used to be tailor-made and custom cut for each and every single individual. Also, make sure that when you're buying a suit, that you're tailoring your pants correctly, so you don't even need a belt to keep them upright. Visually, when it comes to adding a belt to a suit, even though belts are seen as luxury items and you can buy them from a ton of high-end brands, number 1, they could look extremely tacky, and I think they draw your eye to that center, which negates the entire purpose of a suit. And it also cuts your silhouette in half, which instead of elongating your silhouette and making you look more present and dominant, ultimately draws the attention into places where you shouldn't and just breaks that overall flow and uniformity which a suit is notorious for. Number 2 on our list is not tailoring the actual sleeve length of your blazer. So most people, when they go ahead and actually create a blazer, they're going to want to make sure that the length is correct. They're going to kind of focus on the shoulders. They're going to focus on the way the lapel drapes, the chest, so on and so forth. But I feel like most times you're going to negate the sleeve length, and it's extremely important to make sure that your sleeve length is on point. A sloppy looking sleeve is going to kind of destroy the entire elegant look of a jacket. So as a rule of thumb, when it comes to your sleeve length, you want to be able to show approximately a 1/4 inch. So you want to be able to reveal a 1/4 inch of your dress shirt underneath your suit jacket. If you don't see any of your dress shirts, that is clearly an indication that your jacket length or the sleeve length is too long. If you see too much, that means that it's too short. So definitely bear that in mind and pay close attention to it. Number 3 on our list is wearing too many accessories with a suit. I know this may seem sort of counterintuitive because accessories are seen as a way to enhance your fashionability, but pay attention. When it comes to suits, the idea is to approach it with a minimal elegance, so less is definitely more. When it comes to accessories, you don't want people to be focusing on your accessories. You want them to be focusing on the beauty of your suit, the drape of the suit, the way it fits, the way you're mixing and matching the colors of your dress shirt, your suit, if you have a contrast color for pants or your shoes. This is what you want people to focus on, not necessarily the outrageous amounts of accessories that you have all over the place. So when it comes to accessorizing, stick to a minimalistic approach, a nice tie, and at most a pocket square. Even when it comes to selecting the textures and the prints and the colors for these items, make sure that they are, let's just say, harmonious with the suit you're wearing. Don't go for something that's overly flashy or overly saturated. Don't go for a wild pattern if the occasion does not call for it. Stick to the basics and create a refined and minimalistic elegance to your suit overall. Number 4 on our list is forgetting to remove the accessories, the tags, the stitches, and unbuttoning or unstitching your pockets when it comes to a suit. Most suits that are delivered, especially those that are shipped, will either come with these X's stitched on the back of the sleeves. They'll come with these extra tags that are there, obviously for shipment purposes and for labeling purposes. A lot of suits will also come with the breast pockets sewn shut for functional purposes. but this is a clear-cut way for most people to tell that you have no idea how to wear a suit and this is your first suit. So make sure that you avoid that. Before going into any function, make sure that you're removing all these tags, removing all these stitches, unstitching your actual breast pocket so you can use it, and just making sure that you're checking off all the boxes so that you can enjoy your brand new suit and you can look like you've actually been there and done that. Number 5 on our list is having trousers that are tailored to be way too long. Again, this is not the mid-2000s gangster rap scene. You don't want your trousers to be all over the place. When it comes to the length, at most, you should have a single break in the fabric. So a break is essentially once you stand naturally, the way that your fabric or the fabric of your pants drapes will create a single break, typically around the mid-shin to the ankle. And that's at most what you want. Personally, for me, I like the cleanness of a uninterrupted, so no break silhouette. And I think that this approach is timeless, it's classic, and it's so elegant. And it's something that will never go out of style. Well guys, that is a wrap on this episode. That's been my top 5 common mistakes that most men make when it comes to wearing a suit for the first time or as a beginner. Let me know if any of these mistakes are something that you've done in the past and if these tips were helpful for overcoming that. Guys, if you want to see more episodes like this where we go through more technical fashion items and we go through more style tips, let me know in the comments below what other topics you want to see us cover next. Also, consider subscribing to our channel. We put out great content on a week-to-week basis and haven't skipped a beat in over 2 years, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next one, stay awesome.